You have reached the voicemail box of
Kino.
Just wait for the tone. The person you're trying to reach is not available right now.
Hello and welcome everyone to another Let's Play with the developers. My name is Raycoms and I'm one of the main developers of Minecolonies, and we are live here on HellColonies, live on our Patreon server, live in our Nether colony. Hi Raven, hi Sad Horizon, how you guys doing? Sam Letters is currently starting up as well, it should be coming soon. Been doing a little bit of debugging. Some progress has been made. Sam Letters especially. Someone died. I think that was the research in the last episode of that. So Sam Letters has been working on solving a little bit of the... well, not solving, reducing the amount of chunks that are persisted in the colonies. And that specifically are like chunks that are loaded outside of your building area, but that are still loaded because of the way we're calculating it. So he has created some ways to optimize it and tinker a little bit with it to maybe increase the performance on the server a little bit. Orion has now uploaded the walking mod. Hi House of Doggers, how are you doing? Thanks a lot for the subscription. 9 months already as well, wow. So the pathing mod has been uploaded to course, it just has to be approved now to get it on our server and maybe fix the vanilla lag of the equation, so that the main lag factor... So we fixed the vanilla lag of the pathing, which would be a big part of the problem already. Then we have the reduced chunks, and then basically the only thing that's still causing lag is immersive engineering, basically. Minecolonies is not very big on the lag list, especially considering the amount of citizens that are actually loaded. And everyone is mourning. Just I'm going to steal myself some... Where are they? Some baked... We are almost out of baked potatoes.
What? That's not good.
This is not good. Not good at all. It was because 10 was the minimum stock at the cook restaurant. That almost... This is just tragic. This is just tragic. This can't be. Where are my potatoes? There's only a stack of baked potatoes left. This is absolute urgency. So I wanted to, like I said in the last episode yesterday, I did want to clean up around here a little bit and see how far back I can go until I hit the nasty biome. That's where the nasties spawn. So actually for the citizen hut, I think I would have to go back like this, more or less. Let me see. Okay, we are already here in Glowstone Gardens. But I will get the glowstone that is here in the wall. That I will gratefully accept. Oh, I'm almost back at level 30. That's nice. I'd spent a lot of things on this armor here. And I still need more. Jum. We got one of these other fabric request things, and I'm still not 100% sure how to deal with it. Like, officially only our code is actually alright reserved, and also our art is just by default, since we haven't further specified that, just default copyright thing, so it's not Creative Commons because we haven't specified our names and art being Creative Commons, right? So that could make a port also problematic of Fabric. We would have to specifically allow them to use certain textures. I'm sure they're not aware. And I'm sure they're not aware of that. I'm sure most people that take MIT mods are not aware that probably the art just by default should be Creative Commons. Hi there, M Gaming. Hi there, John. Yeah, I think the rest around, but already in the last episode I had noticed that a bunch of it was gone, and that was... Wait, where's the exit? I just closed the exit. No. Oh, here's the exit. Failed. Okay, this is all warped forest. This is warped forest. So that is already a decent quantity. So this is all warped forest. Jim. This is also warped forest. Let me see as well. Hi there, Greg. Let me see there further. Jim. Warped forest, all of it. So that is fairly fine in terms of distance. That is already certain. Not enough for a citizen hut, but that could go also just a bit further in that direction. Let me see. That is actually all way too deep anyway. Citizen hut is not so deep in the rock here. I'm going to do another layer here, security layer. Let's say call it that. So here, let's see. Here's glowstone gardens as well. This is bad news. There's too much glowstone gardens in this area here. I'm very concerned. And aren't biomes also like different heights, different biomes? Here's glowstone gardens.
Sure.
Glowstone gardens. Word forest. So this here is definitely not enough for a citizen hut. Let me actually get a citizen hut, and then we actually do a more realistic assessment. Instead of just like, might this be more or less? Here we go. So. I'm continuing to pressure on Forgecraft so that we get a new Forgecraft server. Because that one is just now, it's just for the dumps. That just was it. Okay, so I'm going to render the citizen hut here and put it now as deep as we need it actually. So that is basically as deep as we would want it. That's level 5. And that is not the door. Is that here the door? No, that's also not a door.
By the way, I noticed you don't need silk touch at all to plant nether trees for our lumberjack.
No?
No, you can just use netherrack, put a tree on it, and when the lumberjack tries to place a mushroom, he converts the block under, right?
Ah, yes, I know. He does that himself.
Yeah, I used that for the Crimson one because I couldn't find any Crimson Netherrack.
No, I knew that. That part I knew already. Oh, that citizen.
Yeah, I knew that as well, but like didn't think that I could just use that to avoid harvesting it.
Ah, here's the door. So here's the door. And let's now, okay. So here's the corner. And now we're just going to mine until the... No, I already walked through Glowstone Gardens here. Here, Glowstone Gardens. So all of it I would have to move one over to make sure there's no Glowstone Gardens. Glowstone Gardens. God damn it. Those Glowstone Gardens are a pest, by the way. Also, having those like little bits of biomes. Who invented this? Like I get having like a smooth turnover, a smooth connection. Like look at this. There's like one block of Glowstone Gardens here.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have such tiny biomes. It's weird.
It's weird. So, basically, this line here would work. So this line here would work. Now the question is also this line here works. No, Glowstone Gardens. Okay, idea for the idea bin of not going to happen. I'm not going to place a citizen hut in the middle of Glowstone Gardens. That is not an ideal idea. I said that guardhouses count toward recruitable space. You try to hire one. Now, as far as I know, did you have maybe already like a guard, like someone that should live in a guard tower assigned to exactly a building like that? Because as far as I know, if you have additional space for a guard, you can hire them from the tavern, isn't that right, Sam?
Yeah.
But that should only apply for like one guard. Like if you have 4 guard slots, you can't hire 4 citizens.
Yeah, you basically can go one above the normal citizen hut limit.
You
if
can
you
go
have a free guard tower.
So you can go one above the limit.
It's so if you already like did that once and got one too much for your citizen huts, but didn't hire him as guards, and you can't do it again as well.
Exactly. So that's what I was wanting to say. So that only works up to the limit of 1 additional. So if you hire that 1 citizen by accident somewhere, or you got 1 kit or something like this there, then that doesn't work. Then that doesn't apply. This just sad, destroying the entire nice idea of using this vacant space here for a citizen hut. Just went poof. Now I have to fill it up so that no pigmen come here. It's those little biome bits. Come on, there's no biome. Hey, hitting me, almost killing me here. Workplace danger. So here we go, filling up the space here again a little bit. But didn't you have maybe like 1 citizen, not a non-guard citizen, potentially working. Because even having a few guards already shouldn't be, that's not the problem. It's just if you're like already above the population limit, basically. If you're one above the population limit. So this one here didn't work, very to my disappointment. And even the courier should be, you can see here as well, the Glowstone Gardens are really close here.
You could check your town hall, because there you see current and limit.
Yes. But that one calculates all the guard towers together, not only +1, as far as I know.
No, it doesn't calculate empty guard towers.
No.
It only calculates employed guards. Since only those actually like with a higher max.
I think the citizen hut will go here then, just behind the hospital.
Behind the hospital.
I think that is probably the best place to place it in.
We have space.
Yeah. Yes. What is the size? Tell me, it's exactly the same size as the hospital, so it would also fit nicely here. Yes. Yeah, I think I will go with that. Hi there. So, and then do it exactly on the path here. I'm just gonna check.
Keep like extending in that direction and then go down a bit. We can like make a circle around our supply ship down there and meet up with the upper area.
I'm a little bit disappointed that this is like, I have to extend this slope here a little bit so that it's consistent, but I think that's actually quite a nice idea.
Yeah, the slope has to be consistent.
It has to be one further back like this. And then we can like add some fence post.
Do we have
here
any
as well.
Towers on our barracks yet?
One level 1 tower. Welcome Destruction, welcome Andromeda Fallen as well. Hi there. I think that is the idea. So just going to mark where I'm going to have to mine out. That is here. Like this. This one doesn't ever, just hits lava. Okay. So we're building another citizen hut, and I've decided it to be here. So the house looks fine. I'm going to place it as well. So basically it would go here. So that's the additional mined out space we don't need. And since it was exactly on this slope here, I remember. That's the one I extended just for this use case. So just someone died of falling. This is disappointing. Tiago, why did you do that?
What? Where did he fall down?
34, that sounds like he fell to supply ship height. Let me check that out actually. Where did Tiago fall?
59. Do we have some holes somewhere?
59, 629. So 59 isn't this side of the colony. And 629. 59 and 629. Let me check there.
Not seeing any hole here.
59.
It's exactly where I'm standing here.
Just significantly lower than that, right?
Yeah.
I wonder.
It's even solid.
I wonder if he just had a bad experience with the ladders here or so. It's
Could
in our
be,
ship. It's in our
like,
ship.
keeps going up and down those ladders, right? And keeps taking fall damage.
Yeah.
Might be.
Trying to, like, leaving this ship is not easy. Let me put some things away here. I need some additional space. But in general, leaving this ship here is not easy.
Yeah, and ladder movement is always a bit.
Where's the way out of the ship? I think he might have gotten stuck on the ship. Yeah, he can't move this here. He can't walk here. Now he can. So he somehow made it into the ship, which is a question. And then he probably went up those ladders here.
And kept taking fall damage.
And kept trying to walk here maybe, or kept trying to go somewhere. Yeah, that's the broken substitution ship. It's the substitution ship. Okay, no, I made now a block there that should allow them to walk out of it. In the first place, someone should clean up this ship, because it was placed one too low in lava, and then fill all the space with lava again, because this just triggers me.
Really? I think it looks funny. You've got some little lava pool that's a bit downwards.
Yeah, it looks very funny. Very funny.
I think it's not consistent.
It doesn't look consistently funny. So, getting those here in. Did Orion say something else, by the way?
Don't think so. No.
No, Azure just added something. So, basically, what we could do is just allow them to use certain assets. Okay, you're allowed to use our block models and entity models and the default citizen textures. That's it. But you shouldn't mark it as officials anything, because official means we will take care of it if something breaks, and I will guaranteed never, ought not ever take care of a fabric port, ever.
And unless Forge dies, then it's okay.
And unless Forge dies, and even if Forge dies, I'd rather just do something else than take.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I like I said, unless Fabric becomes Forge and adds all the utility things that we need and that we are using. If Forge would die and the Fabric was the only other solution, I would probably like, okay, I'm going to make my own Minecolonies game in Unity or whatever.
Yeah, that would be nice as well, right?
That would be just as much work as rewriting everything, but at least I would not be bound by the stupid EULA of Minecraft. Does Fabric use shady practices? No, I wouldn't say that Fabric uses any shady practices. Not more shady than Forge. Like modding in general is a little bit shady. It's very gray zone in general. Which also makes, again, everything code-wise, if you have it licensed, all right reserved, very complicated. Like, if someone processed me for stealing their alright reserved Minecraft modded code, I would just say, just legally you're not allowed to have any of that Minecraft code that you're having in your code anyway. It's just like kind of modded, it's very borderline anyway. So, but as far as I know, there's nothing shady Fabric is doing. I heard they have some problems with not kicking toxic people from their Discord. Like they had some huge issues with people being homophobes, etc., and not being kicked, especially transphobes. But that is not shady, that's just people being dicks.
Not being able to manage Discord.
That's just being bad at moderation and thinking that Fabric could be any less toxic than Forge, and which is just like, come on, it's an open source community. Yeah. What do you think? And especially, I think Sponge is probably the closest to not toxic there is.
Yeah. It's kind of a bit of a minority. Not so many care for it.
But there's also always this thing. If a project is created out of hate for another project, this will attract the most toxic people, as always. It's like that's why conservatism nowadays is so toxic, because conservatism is nothing any more than an opposition, complete opposition and hate towards progressives. It doesn't have any proper values anymore. Doesn't matter anymore about like, oh, conservatism in the past was preserving the nature. Nowadays conservatism is just opposition of everything and anything that's progressive. That's what that's why it's so toxic as well.
We don't change anything, we have to stay
everything how it is right now. And then we handpick things in the past a little bit, but only the things that just appeal to my current target group. Like in the US, they used to have a 90% tax before Reagan on rich people, right? 90% over $1 million. So if you made over $1 million, every dollar above $1 million was taxed 90%. That was when US still was building good infrastructure, investing a lot of money in schools, research, science, etc. And that was paid from that money, obviously. I repaired my pickaxe. But nowadays it's just like... And it's so funny, because it's kinda the only opposition that is in power, actually. It's so funny. It's like... I read these days like a little article where they were complaining conservatism has to be accepted again. It's not accepted anymore. Like, what? You're being the leading party. It was like in the UK. You're being the leading party for a long period of time in the UK, and you just won an election, and you're just complaining like you're being the opposition or suppressed or something or any, like, what? You're the majority. Everything that happens because your party wants that to happen. This is more like, oh no, people are losing conservative values, and they're stopping to vote for us because we don't care about ethics or morality. We have to do something. We have to say ethics and morality do not matter.
Yeah, those are bad, do not listen to them, but instead vote for us.
Yeah, it's funny. So...
But yeah, that's how you get people to vote for you. You spend much more time manipulating people instead of actually doing something people would enjoy.
Yes, obviously. Obviously.
It's like so.
What did there was a famous politician that has like had like a quote that it's like it's much easier to get people to hate someone than to love you. It's like it's much easier to just create like an image of evil in others to get votes, and I'm criticizing here the progressives as much as because the Democrat Party had like their slogan was like we are not Trump. That's basically how they got elected as well. So nice. Is that all of the Citizen Hut? I didn't know that the Citizen Hut was like kinda... yes, it is. Yes, and it's here. Nice, nice. Yeah, but I think that is a limited view of it. I'm not sure, because seeing how many people, like, yes, definitely I vote for the one that I think will do the least damage, and I think that's what most Democratic voters, Democrat people who voted for Biden did also. I think most people didn't like Biden, but just found Biden the highest probability to get rid of Trump. But still, I do think that that a lot of people that did vote for Trump really align with his ideal and really like him deeply. At least from the interview, a lot of interviews I've seen. Of course, there are a bunch of people as well that vote for Trump because they think AOC is going to put fire on the world or so. But good night, Greg. See you around. So, where was it? Further in this direction. But there are definitely a lot of people who vote just for the lesser evil. That was also like Hillary for me was the lesser evil. Where was? Wait. I think I walked too far into this direction, didn't I? Where? Here. Okay. Ah, it's up here. I was just a little bit distracted. It's more into this direction. So obviously a lot of people are just in general vote for the lesser evil. I totally get it. And especially in the US, where you have a two-party system, it's super hard to just... The only thing you have to vote for the lesser evil. There's no chance you have. In other places, it is more a population problem, I have to say, and I'm part of this problem, right? I always say this sucks and they suck, all of them, the green, the left, the centrists, the right, all of them suck because they're all politicians and not actually have any interest in democratic values. They're just interest in being re-elected, an interest in the job they will get after. But the main problem I see is that people are not doing what the healthy democracy should have, and just like, okay, this all sucks, I will create my own party. Okay, so everyone creates their own party, and then people with similar values, they get together and like, okay, I think we should join our parties, join forces, find a middle ground, and create some additional parties. At the moment, the only ones that are kind of like doing that, or until a bit ago mostly, who was doing that the most was the right. So we got a lot of additional right-wing parties, which also brought the politics again more to the right, because they're like, we're losing voters on the right. So especially if the left would do that more, And the big parties would be like, oh, we're losing a lot of votes on the left, maybe we should appeal to their values a little bit more as well. So here we go. Ah, darn sound. I'm going to throw this away. I'm not even going to use the last few percentages of this hole. Just because of the terrible sound. Okay, I need 2 iron ingots. Because democracy is just voting is basically the bare minimum we're doing, right? Voting is the bare minimum of being a citizen.
Yeah.
And you should like inform yourself, vote for other parties and all these, create your own party, research smaller parties, be a member in a party, probably even vote on the issues in the party, put your voice into the party and these kinds of things. It's all things we're supposed to do. I'm like I said, I'm also part of the problem, but also I'm not living anywhere permanently at the moment, so there's also not a lot what I can do in that regard. So I just talk about stuff on the internet and hope anyone listens and agrees with me and might join a small party and try to make a difference. So we cleaned up here a little bit. Now we got this over here. So I'm going to get some black stone, and I'm going to be getting some basalt as well. I'm going to clean up this area up here, make it a little bit nicer, I would say. It actually connects up here even if we go further if we wanted to, but I think it's not necessary. I'm just going to make this here a little bit bigger and then put some basalt there. DSA is a good party to join in the US. I don't know a lot about the other parties in the US. I know there's like yeah, I have heard of that part already as well. Democratic Socialists of the US. I've never heard of those. I mean, what brought the Republican Party so far to the right as well was the Tea Party that was just almost dividing them into 2 parties, and then they were like, okay, we're just going to manipulate the rest of our voters. Later have you and you live in the US. Good, so then I don't feel uninformed then. So put this here. I think I dumped most. So here's some blackstone, here's some polished blackstone. Here's a little bit of basalt. A little bit more basalt. But the thing is, like in the US, welcome Sue Monkey. This is not Creekcell's mod pack. This is also a Minecolonies mod pack. It's this mod pack here, and Creekcell and me are pals, but this is not Creekcell's mod pack. I do need the other blocks. Okay, Eastern Builder we go, and get some basalt here. I put that somewhere close here. Okay. Basalt. That's also Creekcell puts very regularly Minecolonies into his mod packs as well. We're the official developers of Minecolonies, that is. So we got all the blocks we need, I think. I do need something else from the ship quickly. So let's run to Waystone is here. HellColonies ship. So I think the order in the Waystone is not arbitrary, because it's always the same order, but it messes it up always back to that same order. So I'm not sure what it uses for ordering. Maybe a hash, potentially a hash. So now hash maps are arbitrary ordered, aren't they? So nether bricks, not bricks, not pricks, and the chiseled ones done. Then we go upstairs. Jum jum jum. Here. And I can ask my little builder to... I already assigned her. Did she start building? Evelyn? What are you doing, Evelyn? Ah, she's still mourning. I forgot. Are they still mourning, by the way, all of them? So, basically, I want to continue this lab one until here, more or less.
They are sleeping again.
Ah, they're sleeping now. Okay, great. So... So that here is... Whoops! Where it would go down. Maybe they're added by time. Potentially by time as well. That could be as well the ordering criteria they're using. So we put this here, and then we just go around the corner like this, right? And then jump, 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 jump. Oh, we have a raid. Great, great. Our citizens are already not working the entire episode. They just went to sleep. And now they will continue to sleep because of the raid. Great. That's just great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fill in this area here, and here is going to be the thing where it goes down. I'm going to do a little leap of faith. Oh, that just fits perfectly with the middle of the miner. I couldn't have planned this better. It's just turned out too well. And this one here goes down as well. So I'm going to... Here. Do a little leap of faith as well. Oh! I found raiders.
Ooh, where?
They're here close to the Combat Academy. They're now in the mine shaft. Here. I don't believe it. Now you stand still, you darn barbarian. What? Okay, fine. I killed one of them.
I'm here as well.
It was I only found one. And I made this tower here one off. Damn it. Here. So here. And
Not
now it's
seeing any other on the map.
ah, now they're coming.
Oh wait, I'm seeing them. Yeah. Maybe we should build our barracks here further.
So they're starting to become more
tanky as well, right? Yeah.
but there's still some further into this direction there. Could see some on the map. One of your guards was asleep and wouldn't wake up. So we got this here around now. I think that's fine. Just need to do this corner here as well, actually. Up. Yes. The barb even ignored him. That just sounds weird. Did you find the others?
No, but I found the campfires.
Let me see if I find any in here in the colony. Colony looks safe so far. Can't see anyone running and screaming. No, looks Looks fine here, the colony. Looks safe. Andromeda, sure. Give me the favor. Make a chorus fruit bread and eat it in the nether. It shouldn't do anything. In the nether, it's disabled in the nether. Or at least that's what I told, that's what I asked Mekla to do. Should be disabled in the nether. Yeah, you thought it's going to teleport me on top of the nether? No, I did disable that on purpose. That only works in the overworld. So... Oh, I wonder if he implemented the thing at the miner. That the chorus sprout allows the miner to teleport back to their hut. So... Here,
I don't think so.
I think he didn't either. Has some slabs as well.
I don't remember seeing minor changes in that regard.
No, I don't think he did. So...
And I think most people are creative in one way or the other.
Okay, here we
A
go.
lot of people feel like they have a
And
book
take
in
care
them,
of
they
that
have a
now.
song in them, or they have a TV show idea.
I wonder where the other raiders
You can
went.
sit around and talk
Where
about
did the
it.
other raiders go?
Yeah, good question, right?
Until it is actually reality, it doesn't count.
Done. So we got a nice... That's actually quite neat. We got like a nice outside area here. Talking about this here is now becoming inconsistent. To mine this here out. Let me here. So place it back behind me. Here. This is too thick. Just one too thick.
You know, I mean, when I was younger, I don't know how many songs I half wrote, but never quite finished, and never finished recording, or never even started recording.
Here we go. Did you find them?
So it kind of
I teleported them to me.
you finish it.
You teleported one to you.
Now, I'm not saying
Yeah.
put crap
You
out.
can teleport like a certain entity type to you.
Ah.
I think is vital. Otherwise, you're just
And then you
holding
kill
on to
them.
all of these old works.
So
Funnily, they were actually
And I
invisible
think
when I
if you
did
wanna
that.
grow-
they were
because any
invisible.
sort of creative
So
person-
they were
Yeah.
probably somewhere
finish
around the
things.
colony doing invisible stuff things.
Could have been, yeah.
I think that looks pretty neat. Just need like now these, no, one lower. Those little elements now to finish the finishing touches. Here. Didn't even need any black stone, I think. Is that on the same height? Yes. Looks a little bit off just because this one is
The
much
cliche
higher.
Of art is
Um,
not finished; it's abandoned. Yes, it can always be better.
Yeah, I
But
think that would
you
be.
have to finish it.
Yeah,
You have to
I
put it
wanted
out
that addition actually, but I
Otherwise,
think he
you're just
also
the
forgot
guy
about
talking
that.
about your art, and you're not the guy doing
So
it. You get better by
it's like
doing
if
it,
they
finishing it,
miners
learning from that
request
process,
chorus
and
bread,
moving on to the next
if they
thing.
have chorus bread when they're in the mine and have to go back, they teleport. They eat the chorus bread and teleport basically. Raise random. We're already, I think, about uncountable in infinity, aren't we? Like there's an infinite amount of citizen of chunks in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And the world is also infinite in each direction, right? I wonder actually, I think Minecraft is actually countable and infinite, isn't it? because only if the world would be no, but it is infinitely in 2 directions, right? Yes, I think so. It's uncountably infinite because it's infinite in the x and c axis.
Yeah.
Like the real numbers that are infinite on 2 axes as well, basically.
Yeah.
So raise random ravine falls. Not so much since we're in the nether. Not so much, to be honest. So this here is, I think, oh yeah, that was the one I wanted to fill in.
We could make some virgin mod where we put like on the edge of ravines we put ice or so, where you just slide in.
Oh yeah, those would not be fun. Not be fun at all.
Very like you go there, think nothing bad, and then it's a ravine, and the moment you see it, it's too late already.
Yeah, you just slide off. You could just make like wet stone is slippery like ice. If it
Yeah,
rains.
but it doesn't look like ice and
Yes.
not like easily recognizable.
So I'm getting some of those logs here. They're kinda against the wall. That was the way up, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And then we're up here. That's where the rest of the citizen hut tape went. Oh, that's actually a different tape, I think. Or is it a citizen hut? Maybe it's a citizen hut tape. I need some more of these netherrack here. This here is now not needed anymore. And neither is this here, the old way to the miner. Can close that as well. Doesn't make it any more potentially for the barbarians to path, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to actually remove some of these. So, because they might dig, so I have to fill it in a little bit better even. So,
Well, they only dig when stuck, right?
yes, but they might eventually find only this way here, a suitable way depending on where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, now they won't dig for sure. But some of those nasty endermen hanging around here. There's still this here, they could still jump, kinda. I'm still kinda unsure what I'm going to do with this here, in general. I would kinda, this area would look nice as well to extend for the colony. There's like potential to place buildings up here. Maybe even, here, the citizen hut here will break through the ceiling. For sure, absolutely. Like this here is very thin. Okay, absolutely sure the citizen hut will break through the ceiling here. Not even sure, it's guaranteed actually. And actually just help the builder here already a little bit. So take this tree down while I'm on it. Here we go. Cartesian planes are countably infinite. So Minecraft is countably infinite as well. And thanks a lot for the cheer, Xarnair. Highly appreciated. Can I access the backpack when it's in the backpack slot? Good question. I think I don't know of any way how to access it. I don't know. Hotkeys. All my keys are very cool. Only some of them are very hot. Let me try the V. That's a very hot key. No. The ones close to the CPU are very hot. Just okay. Enough dad jokes.
I thought you had a laptop, not a MacBook.
Open backpack. It was actually V, one of the hotkeys.
Our knight died. That's not nice. He got killed by a mob.
Was it? Oh, it actually works. Yeah. It's because the Wii on my yes, it actually works. General chat in the Discord. Someone doing nasty things. Ah, yes. I didn't know that Cartesian planes were accountably infinite. Learned something new.
Yeah. Did you know that we can't make levers with backstone?
We can't make what?
Like stone and stick.
Stone and stick you can make leathers? Like black stone leathers?
Levers. With 3.
Levers. We can't?
Oh.
That's because
with normal cobblestone.
Blackstone doesn't apply. It's the other ones. Because Blackstone also you can't make tools with either.
You can make normal tools.
With Blackstone.
Yeah.
So cobblestone and levers are probably fixed. Implemented. So...
yeah, seems that way.
So, I'm going to clean this up. Basalt you can't make tools with. I didn't know that you can make tools with Blackstone.
Yeah, that works.
I never tried. I thought I had tried it and didn't work, but potentially I tried with Basalt then. So, going back here. And another knight died. And another one bites the dust. We do need a combat academy urgently to skill up those nasties. There's still this little overhang here. I think that's already a bit better. So... Here's a little bit of overhang as well. Just let me get those out of touch. Need any help with terraforming? Actually, we're fine, thanks Odd.
I guess he just wants to get away from his colony where people are dying.
I don't want any of your nether
accidents.
Of your accidents happening in our colony as well. So, oops, almost fell. Yes. So this upper area here, we could potentially build even a citizen hut right next to it, up here in the upper area potentially. Should probably mine away most of this anyway. Let me do that. So, like this. Oh, I found some. I thought it was some lava, but it was a torch in the wall. For a second, I was like, no. So, yep, here that is right. So we can basically mine here straight. And then mine here away. Pickaxe is making nasty noises again. And it's broken. I will go to the supply ship. Yeah, it resets all the time. Every relog basically. We place some of these here. This here. Oh, some cobblestone here. All of those materials. These here. Those there. Some of those axes the raiders dropped. Can go here. I think we're fine now. Just gotta repair. The pickaxe. Making horrible noises. Come on, who does this? It's just that I'm going to make a useful tool mod, and I'm going to add something in it that people are going to just hate. I'm going to make it almost impossible to disable it. That's the only way I can explain it. What? I also dumped my now I have my backpack at the backpack slot. Forgot about that. Next episode I'm going to just prepare for it. Next episode I will log in and I will complain about my backpack being gone. Be prepared to tell me, Ray, your backpack is not gone, it's in your backpack slot. You access it on the V key. It's going to prepare you emotionally for that. So, up. Okay. Now that one here went straight here. So, cleaning up here a little bit more. I wonder if there's any other place to turn it off. So, knowing modding, I wonder if he already got death threats for it. Just knowing how friendly and welcoming our community can be.
Yeah, it's like anytime someone dislikes something, it gets a little bit heavy.
It can get... What was it? A durability viewer. People can be rather opinionated. There are people that are less opinionated about politics. So... Jim. So, here. That is a little bit too high, maybe. Here and here. Cleaning up here. I think that should be potentially high enough. Here. Is that high? Yes, it's that high that I wanted, right? It's like consistent here with the town hall. Yes. So talk about housing costs. You mean how absurd it is that you just have to pay for a piece of land someone stole ages ago? I think that one is already the most absurd one, that we're just conform to this idea. It's like, okay, some kings said millennia ago, this is mine, and then some lord got some land from the kings and said, this is mine, and then some lord sold that to people, and those people are like, now this is mine. And then a lot of people got, not a lot of people, 1% of the population owns almost all of the land for perfectly legitimate reasons. Actually, that here looks weird now. I have to go up there. Yeah. And it's like a huge status quo issue as well. And then the poor people, of course, never get to own property because you need a huge starting capital to start with, and you're going to be paying rent for the rest of your lives, which obviously is a huge expense as well. Ow. Oh wow. I didn't even look at them, I just mined under them. They didn't like that. They did not like that. Where's my sword? Okay, I got that one. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. It's insane how we are still like this medieval stuff that was decided in medieval times is totally fine because it benefits me. It's kind of absurd. Like I was saying a few times, land should belong to the people, and that is everyone. Everyone should be able to just get for free a certain piece, a certain sized land. Like the closer to the city, the smaller. Everyone should be able to get that, one piece of that, and everything above that should be rented from the people, and then money made just from the land, like renting things on the land or exploiting the land for its resources, should be significantly taxed so that people benefit from that as well. It's not saved at all, that setting. Yeah, okay. But that would be very contra status quo, so that's not like that's going to happen during our lifetime. Especially because also all the left loves is band-aid fixes, and all the right is obviously smart, and they give them like, okay, we're going to give you things that are very meaningful for us and not so meaningful for us. Like, we're going to give you gay marriage, things that you should be having anyway, so that the left feels like they achieved something, and the right are going to be like, not like we cared. It's going to be more money from weddings. Yeah, it might be worth filing a bug report with the owner of the mod. Excellent, true. So basically, like, the only thing Social Democrats in Germany achieved in 12 years of colligation, positively that is gay marriage. And that is also only because of luck. And that also only because of a smart TV moderator. So in general, what they achieved were getting their ex-boss be the boss of the biggest German bank, which is also the most corrupt German bank. Yes, that bank, Trump has credits. It's that kind of bank. Okay, let me just finish this here quickly. Here, done. It's getting late. I think so, yeah, I'm a little bit over time already. My girlfriend has another meeting today. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode and our short discussion. Yes, you can build both in the overworld and in the nether. We have not thought about the end yet because there's not much to do in the end yet. Maybe in the future when they add more game end content and end biomes, like end wood alternatives, etc., we might think about it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in and engaging in the chat with us as always. If you want to support our mod, you can click the follow button, that's the free option. You can subscribe If you have Prime, that's also kind of a free option to support us. We do also enjoy people supporting us on Patreon, since that is basically 99% of our income. And the only real way we can monetize. You get access to this neat little server here, together with our other Patreons and a few other perks. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks, Sam, for hanging out with us as well, as always.
Yeah, sure.
Good night, everyone. See you on Thursday.
Good night.
Hi, Optimus. You came late. On Thursday, Optimus. On Thursday, you're going to be there.